Hey, what is up, lads? Cass and Corral here, back playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, let me recap real quick. We did an investigation for Hifumi and Taka's deaths. We also found out that Yasuhiro was Justice Robo Justice, whoever the fuck it was. And that Kyoko was missing for a long time. So she finally appeared in the last episode too, so... Anyways, let's get this thing rolling, man. Shit. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Oh, what the fuck, man? Hello. He's multiplied?
Wrong!
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can you just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You are not playing along.
Stop talking.
We are not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. They're gone.
Hey!
And now it's just one. Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the paint train. Elevator. See you guys there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. And it would seem we have our culprit. Oh,
Hey.
Looks like Hero's cornered right now. This isn't a place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. Hifumi and Taka, damn. Ramadi's removed all over the place, man. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. Ooh, I got everything set and ready. Got like 2 cups of water actually, just for this recording. Let's just get right into the elevator. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, then we started ascending. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all of this, we couldn't go anywhere. Oh shit. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up to a cruel fate. Oh, it's different. It's got the main color blue now. Shit. I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
All because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? You really hate me so much? And I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop moving around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I'll never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'll never hold on to you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain will open once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly fate, deadly class trial. Ooh. I'm gonna take a risk and say no. Fuck you. Let's set our skills. I think I have a couple skills I didn't have. No, just melodic voice, neutral liberation. Is that all? Wow, just 3. Let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class tribe. If you can, then I'll
Okay, yes, we know how to do this.
To begin with,
We already know who did it.
was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for
I
when the
don't-
murders
I
took
don't
place,
think it's that
and we
easy.
found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I
Holy
didn't!
shit.
Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
When the fuck did Junas Agil appear?
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to
That's
say,
fucking
Hiro,
ironic.
but
Holy
we do
shit.
have evidence. Blueprint for the
Evidence,
suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it
Okay.
was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Compelling to a
It
certain
points
extent.
to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know! I don't know! I don't know!
Oh, is it really him? Is he really a killer, or is there anything else? We have to make that clear. Okay. Jeez. My throat. That's a hero's message.
Everything we found in your room,
Oh,
the
give me that.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Hey, what's just a hero's message, anyways?
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Conspiracy
why?
theory.
Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, so there was 2 weak spots I saw. I think it was 2. Maybe that was 3. And when you look at the blueprints, the handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is... Oh yeah, I forgot.
Everything we found in your room,
You got the hero's message.
the
That's
blueprints,
the hero's
the
message
suit
when that
parts,
slipped
they
under
are all
our
proof
door.
enough.
It's actually good at handwriting. Oh god. Ooh, looks like my
Are we
mom
sure Hiro really made
is
those
here.
blueprints?
No, not here.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this.
Show
It's
me
the
that
note
message,
that
boy.
Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Yee.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Yes, exactly.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
I wanna say so.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
You can see it
Come
too.
on! I'm not smart enough to think I'm trying to change my handwriting anyway.
That's actually kind of true.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Yep.
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Yes.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Maybe.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I don't think
The
that-
suspicious
think
individual
so.
hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it to me. Okay.
Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I think it's still Hiro, because there's still a lot of material left in the room. And they got the fucking Illuminati. Okay, so it's simple. Not the Illuminati, of course. Hina couldn't even fit. So it has to be Hiro still.
Gun!
Still Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there
True.
can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Oh, what the
That
fuck?
doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So
we
what
got
you're
him there.
saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
So Robo-Justice was just like a ploy?
What? Now
that
that's
what
a
that's
bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Of course, it's Byaku. What else?
But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
What's
So
this
let's get
shit
that
now?
out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
Okay,
So
got
what
fucking
is it?
cold.
What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
The transportation,
It would
huh?
seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Oh, yes.
Makoto,
I know.
Can you tell
I
us
know
what they
what they
were?
Oh, it's still packing out to me. There's the dolly, I think it's called. Where's that shit? Yeah, the repository dolly. There's still one more thing, and it's a tart thing too. The blue tart. This has the blood on it too. Those two
They
things
were
were used.
a dolly and a tarp, right?
Yeesh. Oh god.
So
Fucking
let's
boss,
see
yeah,
if I can explain.
Jesus.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yeah.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
I need M&Ms. I forgot to get me some snacks. But you're making good points,
So the killer
Makoto.
must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
But of course, there were blood stains.
Okay, that
Trackers
explains
and
the
shit.
tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Actually, you can see it right there. Next to those blue
But
bricks.
when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
I didn't actually notice that. I didn't really give a fuck.
Later, when Taka's
Not
body
that much
reappeared in the
attention span, do I?
repository, so did the dolly.
Oh.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
What?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between
Wasn't
the
it there?
repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it
Of
not
course.
possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Of course, that
She's
is-
raised an objection. How
yeah,
do you
Of
respond?
course.
There is no
There's an
shame in being
option.
wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Wow, fuck you too. I
We
love
have
you.
all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
You're going so hard. I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Oh, what is this? I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna have a bolt time event with this bitch, Celeste. What do
You
I
have
do?
it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Such
Oh, God.
shame. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you,
Oh wait, how do I? Oh, that's how I do it.
you miserable wretch.
Oh god.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
Oh, you're
Do your
fucking lying.
worst.
Come on.
You miserable wretch.
Wow, you're so
You
mean.
have it wrong.
Oh god.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Can I not
Lies will
find
get
it?
you nowhere.
What's that? What's this?
I cannot agree.
Oh, the criminal room bloodstain,
This
of
should prove
course.
it.
Oh fuck, how did I forget that shit, man? Come on. You can
If
clearly
you're
see
asking
that.
for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I
Yeah?
found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it
There you
that
go,
matched the
Maggie.
dolly
That's
wheel's
how you
tread.
do it.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
Pretty
And
messy,
as the
gas.
blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
And also careless.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yeah. Oh. Jesus, Celeste, really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Oh fuck, is this?
Yeah.
Was there a
The
preemptor?
subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
It was just a ploy,
I'm
I
not
believe.
sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Go on.
If you look back on how the body
Come
was
on.
transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yes. If I remember from when Tina tried on her stuffed suit. I remember something particularly interesting. The Robot Justice costume.
As we
oh
know,
God.
Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there,
Oh, fuck.
the body was moved to the
that.
repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
I think that could be
Keep
the
in
part.
mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well,
Yeah.
but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Ah, I think that's
you
the
could push the
one.
dolly,
but
no
I gotta
problem.
see for more.
So the killer just crouched down
Is there any
and
more?
carted the body off to the repository.
There's
If you
one. I don't
accept
think that's the
everything
one.
we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
What does Asahina say?
Sorry,
Oh, it's
think I
it's
realized
his
it.
hero. Okay. The dolly doesn't have enough handles, so to push it, you'd have to be able to bend over. But if you, I remember
As we know, Taka was killed, and from there,
when
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it
Asahina
onto the
took on
dolly.
the
Now, keep in
suit,
mind,
Well, yeah.
she couldn't
All
bend
you
down.
have to do is bend over.
It didn't fit her last of all. There's no way she could bend. There's no angle.
You're
whatever.
absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Yes.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
No.
What do you mean?
Think
Don't
back
you
to what
remember?
you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
How can you forget, man? I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't be. Oh wait, no. I don't want to read this shit. I already read it. Not to mention, as she said, you can't bend at the waist. Big old
When you're in that
course.
suit, not only can
Maybe.
you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I
Yes.
right about that?
Now that you mention
Reach.
it, yeah.
There you go.
seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well,
Yes.
what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even
Something.
see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Possible.
it'd be totally impossible. Not
Oh,
that I can say
okay.
for sure myself.
on top of
Okay.
that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
Who'd you even ask to wear
it's
that
very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
shit? Exactly.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
No. Also, you can't take it off by yourself because there's something picking it off.
I got it!
There you
I
go.
don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Gotta remain clearly. A little help. They had to help Yatsuhiro get out the damn suit. There's and Kirigiri said that there's a press on the back. Pretty sturdy.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
True.
Then-
There you go.
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Oh, there's Yatsuhiro.
he could have gotten it off
back.
by himself. I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing
True.
up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
You just disproving it.
To
Come
be
on.
clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Yeah.
No, wait. Just a
What?
second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Oh, the kidnapping picture?
You all
Yeah.
got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit
Hifumi.
is not the culprit,
God.
how do you explain that? Besides,
I don't really know,
do you
actually.
remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Oh. Yes. The guy that hit me. Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him, huh?
So
Yes, he
long
did.
as those facts exist, the proper
Alright, I
conclusion
didn't
is
get
beyond
this
question.
last one. Was it all about Robo
The
Justice?
individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Exactly.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we
Actually,
rush
yes.
to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
It's life or death in
Instead of
this
seizing
game.
on one viewpoint, the truth is
Come on.
uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
That is true.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
I don't know, the murder weapon?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Oh, so we're gonna do a
What a
recapping?
pain in the ass!
I
Oh, wow.
don't disagree,
Nice.
but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus,
Exactly.
maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Doesn't that really even matter?
All
actually?
right then,
don't
let's
know.
take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this
Oh,
morning.
it's gonna be. I thought it was gonna be an argument and
Four
stuff.
of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone.
Oh shit, this is gonna
That
be a
was
recapping
around
of
8
everything
a.m.
else.
And as soon
8
as we
a.m.?
split up, Kyoko went missing.
Gotta remember that.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I
Hold
was
on,
attacked
I need
by
to
my
get some
mystery
food.
assailant.
Yeah.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we
Where
took
are we
him to
now?
the nurse's office and resumed our search for the
Oh, I'm
suspect.
guessing this is the part where we found Fumi?
But not long
the first
after
time.
leaving the nurse's office.
Oh yeah, so you have to be. After that. Oh, Celeste found something and shit. That was a hero. He spooked.
When Celeste told us that,
I think it was
we
a ghost.
decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd
Oh.
floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Yeah. Celeste! It was when she was alarming everyone, right? Yeah, the strange costume man. She blocked the stairs, and apparently the man went downstairs,
and
down the
then
hallway. Oh, and with trails forming. What's this? Who screamed? Wait, I think it's Celeste still. No, it's not Celeste. Oh, it's a Hifumi. Okay. Bad at remembering your
at that point
events.
we decided to divide up into two groups.
Yeah.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to
Oh,
the nurse's
fuck, what is
office.
this?
While Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Yeah. Hold on. There's something wrong
When we
with the
got back to
computer.
the nurse's office,
Shit.
we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we
Dead.
heard the body discovery announcement.
Yeah.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Fucking Hifumi, man. Oh, he didn't deserve that.
Meanwhile,
Neither did Taka,
we had just
man.
discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We
Yeah.
must have found both
Right.
bodies at almost exactly the same time.
Exactly the same
Because we
time,
heard the
huh?
same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Yeah.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi.
So they were both updated,
Then
huh?
the three of us headed for the nurse's office.
Yeah.
But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived
Yeah.
after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Oh, wait. Oh, that the bot. She was talking about how he disappeared and
We
shit.
rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then
Yeah.
we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Of Of course, we just leave Taka behind. Even Byakuya was shook from that incident. Sakura, everyone. At all.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
That's
Next thing we
fucking
knew, we were searching the school for
mysteries,
two
man.
missing dead bodies. And
Yeah.
after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies,
Hey.
and we all headed to the
Byakuya
repository,
and Ray now.
which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
In the repository. Oh, so now we're in the end.
I think
Alright.
that about covers it.
Yeah.
I see.
Finally. Holy shit.
The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Oh yeah, and Kirigi.
It certainly
finally
seems to
get
me
updated
that these
too.
are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single
We
series
do
of events,
spooky stuff.
I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Really? What do you mean?
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions
separate
surrounding all
separation.
of them.
Ah, like different
Now
incidents.
then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Uh-huh. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to cover the truth of this case, I have to find it no matter what. Woo! Okay, I'm sorry for that one. That was weak, and that was gay. I'm sorry.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder
I
if he
actually like
died
this
before
song
he
so
died,
damn much.
or perhaps it was after.
I play this every time.
We already
I'm
know
at
what
school.
order they were killed in. Taka came last
Taka King. What do you mean?
what makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, the numbering?
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Wait, let me check Monokuma File 3. What's it all about? Victims are assuming Taka. Oh, it's short. The COD is both was a broken head. They thought they were both killed with similar weapon. Similar
While
weapon, huh?
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
Yeah.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? I think
So, regarding Taka's
that
death,
they were used as
I
decoys
wonder if
too.
he died before Hifumi.
Not only was
Or
Robots
perhaps
a
it was
decoy,
after?
so were the hammers.
We already know
Oh,
what
shit.
order they were killed in.
Was it this one? Ah, wrong one. Shit. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me and shit.
Shoot.
All I want is some food. Come on. Don't be a bitch.
I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We
Okay,
already know
so this
Taka
has to be
came
the
last
one?
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Okay, give me that one. Okay, fuck. Okay, wrong one again. How much? 3 more hearts.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know
fuck.
Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering.
It's true that he
There's
while
only
Taka's
2
dead.
of them,
See?
right?
So it's obvious Taka came after.
I think the numbering is the truthful. After you
So,
do that memory
regarding
board
Taka,
now?
I wonder if, or perhaps
Okay, let
it
me
was. We
check that
already
out.
know what order Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice
Give me
Hammers.
that. There you go.
It's
The
true that he
numbering.
while Taka's dead.
See? So it's
I have 2 more
obvious Taka
chances.
came-
If I fuck up the
So,
last
I
chance, then we're
wonder
only
if,
gonna
or
have 1 heart
perhaps it was. We
left.
already know what order they were.
Come on. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so I didn't fuck up on that one. I'm proud of myself now. Now he might be play.
Hold on.
Who's Panera
There's no
Surprise?
reason
Ooh.
to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Yeah, go on.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order,
Yeah.
but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then.
Oh yeah.
Let's see the
Holy
proof.
shit. I think I know why. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before filming. I think it's the watch that was broken. Because Kyoko said that in the very end of the investigation that his watch is broken at somewhere at 6. WR. What's this? Wait. Oh fuck! My eyes. The eyes are gone. Give me that eye. Okay. I think it's wristwatch. Give me that one. Where's the W? There's Debs. Oh, Dubs. Give me that. Nice. Give me the C. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, give me that one and just an H now. Damn it. There you go. Beautiful.
Now I understand.
I fully understand.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch.
There you go.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
He had the wristwatch with him. He even pointed at his wristwatch as this text says.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Yeah.
And that would be his
That's
official
it.
time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Yeah.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events,
found the
all
killer's
because of
trap.
those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
That's computer smart.
That way,
Not gonna do
when we
that.
saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Wow, give me
Now,
that.
if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That
Maybe
may
down.
be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
True. We're still around the Hifumi, so. More text.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true! We're all in the clear!
Oh, I
What?
know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
No.
If that's
God
true,
damn it.
where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making
Oh,
stuff
fuck's
up.
sake.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard
I feel like
Hifumi
Athene's
scream.
gonna blame.
Since
Yeah,
all of
Hiro
us were
again.
there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does
True.
not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body
Yeah.
vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And
That is
then
true.
there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Damn, we're so fucking.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Yeah, thanks for telling me
Wait,
that.
then what if Genocide Jill did it?
No,
She could have
no.
dragged
Oh,
Taka's
God
body out
damn
of
it.
there right then!
Even if she could
Don't
pull
say
that
that.
off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body
And I
disappeared.
think if she did do it, she would have.
Besides,
blood
I
in her
didn't do
hands.
either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Yes.
On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Yes.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now,
Falls
we
on her.
can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So
That is
instead of
true.
who, I propose we start talking about how.
Yes.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true.
All right.
We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure
Going
out how to
somewhere
explain his
new.
body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
What she said is. It couldn't have been gone for a minute, or maybe even 2. Just that short of time?
his body
Damn,
apparently
considering that
disappeared in
now,
the 1 minute
that's
her and
fucking
Hina took their
fast.
eyes off of it. But to carry that
That's
much
Sonic
weight from
fast.
the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man,
Gotta be
yeah!
blazing that shit.
There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, it
Wow.
happened though.
What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What
What?
is this way?
How?
If the dead body,
No.
were to move itself.
Ooh, New World Order shit.
The dead body
But what are you talking
moved on
about with
its
this?
own?
Moving the own, man.
No! Not another. No!
It's not a
I don't
ghost,
think it
man.
has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Yeah.
He was alive?
I
Are
think I
you
know
saying
why.
Hifumi wasn't carried out
Now
of
I'm
the
starting to
nurse's
think
office?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Are you sure?
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
Yeah.
That it isn't possible.
Your story now is less. The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Ah, New World Order is gone. I like that song. Broken wristwatch. I don't think that's
Are
gonna
you saying that when we
have any
first found
relevance in this.
Hifumi in the nurse's
part of the
office,
case.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
Yeah?
it is impossible. Hifumi
Okay.
was dead, without a doubt.
You're
And you
saying
know
of the
that
content,
how?
huh?
Surely you've heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us.
Yeah?
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
I think this
Are we
could,
really so
this
sure
board could
about
be
that?
actually a
Maybe the
good
announcement
part.
was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Wait. I want to try something. Someone else's discovery. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. The Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered almost exactly at the same time. Doesn't make sense for just
Are you
one.
saying that when we first found
Okay,
him,
let me
there's a
see.
chance he was actually...
No. It is
Oh, fuck.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you've heard the body
I think I'm gonna have to
Hifumi's
skip
dead
to
body had been found.
Give it to Ruru? Yes!
No, it's wrong.
Got it. I thought the broken wristwatch bullet actually was canceling
Was
that
the
one,
body
but
discovery
one
announcement that was
makes more
made
sense.
really intended for Hifumi?
Of course
Yeah.
it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe.
wait.
But that was
Wouldn't there
also
be
the
two,
same
though?
time that Taka's body was found.
Pretty
That's
there would
right.
have been two.
It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think
fallacy.
we confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Ah, shit, we're gonna
First
have
of all,
another...
if two bodies had been
argument
found,
for this
there
one?
really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you
don't
say,
say so.
Monokuma? Any comment?
Oh.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery
The other
announcement
guys,
is that
you're gonna say about this,
it's
right?
only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't
Okay.
answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Okay.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Wait,
He
what?
said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the
Oh,
first time.
okay.
Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Okay.
That's true, then why
dope.
was the announcement made again later on?
That's actually what I was thinking about.
Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The last one was when we found that both of them in the repository. Why? Why was the announcement made? Who knows? When both bodies were rediscovered, yes. I got it.
We
Okay,
heard
I
it the
got a half
second
heart
time in
too.
the
Added
repository
to my
when we
life.
rediscovered the two bodies.
Ah, poor bastards. Got the body discovery announcement.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
It seems like Monaco's
Exactly.
just telling us
If
shit.
we were actually
Once we figured it out.
rediscovering both bodies, the
Or
announcement
figured
shouldn't have
something
played.
fishy.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
There you
So
go.
when we
This is
found
getting
Hifumi the
interesting.
first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Dead.
Meaning he wasn't
Exactly.
actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And
Yeah.
that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Nurse's office?
Oh, I know!
What's
Because he
this?
was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
I
is
makes
the worst
sense.
logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still
I didn't see
alive.
any indentation in his skull. Maybe they would have
Okay
been...
then, let's take another
Maybe
look
they
at the
would've,
events surrounding the discovery of his
glued
body.
at him. Hifumi's sprite if he actually died.
Then it should become clear
I don't
whether
know.
he was really alive or not.
Wait, what did... Yeah, I forgot what Kirigiri said. Okay, now let's take a lot... Oh, just taking
This
another
whole
look at the
thing
event.
is pointless.
Okay, we're probably gonna find something though. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. We have to find it and show it to everyone. I hope this will only take 2 hours. I'm actually loving
Well,
it. I'm
here's
really
one
excited.
thing we do know. Woo! The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yeah?
And when? While me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Oh, crossroad.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Yeah, that's...
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
What's the difference?
other than the change in how it was positioned,
I think this will be
there
the
was
one.
no notable difference.
Oh no, I think this is the one. Because Hifumi's
Then,
glasses were
was
not
he really still
covered
alive?
with blood. Unless
Of course
the first
not.
time we found him in
It
the
is
nurse's
impossible.
office.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever. When Hifumi's body was found in the nurse's office, and when it was found again in the repository, there's definitely some sort of conflict in there. Yes,
Well, here's
the
one.
blood
The
on his
first time we
glasses.
found Hifumi when?
There was no
His
blood in
body
his
just-
skull
and the
for
next time it was
second
in.
But
time.
when you compare his body other than the change, there was no
Notable difference.
You need that one? Yes!
No, it's wrong.
Got him! We're actually doing fairly well. I'm proud of myself.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Yeah?
His
Got
glasses.
glasses, boy.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Okay, sure. Whatever.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Yeah. And then...
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Oh! That anime shit! What was it? What was it called? Cleaning cloth. There you go, there's the blood. Present that shit. Got 4
It
hearts
was a
now. 4
glassy
full
cleaning
hearts.
cloth featuring a certain
Better life
cartoon
now.
mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
And it's Hifumi's favorite anime character, is it
This
not?
piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
True,
And whose
true.
digital camera was it?
The character was Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Such a long ass
highly
name, but
doubt
Japanese people are
anyone
weird,
but
you know.
Hifumi would have brought something like this to
Got
school.
status quo in this culture, right?
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Yakio and Taka. No, not Taka.
tissues is all I need to
Hifumi.
keep my glasses clean.
Oh yeah, and her.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Yes. Exactly.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Oh,
What I'm
fuck's sake,
saying
hero.
is, the blood on his glasses was wiped
He's
away
so
using his own
empty-minded,
glasses cleaning
but
cloth.
I love him so much.
Even
If
if that
actually
is
a
true,
friend I would
it does
actually
not
want
mean
to
he
meet.
wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
True.
That's a
Got
good
that.
point.
Actually,
must
that'll
have
be
been him,
tedious for the killer to just
So
clean up
let's
the glasses
assume
for
that
no reason.
Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and
That
walks
can-
out on his own 2 feet.
There you
And
go,
with
making
that,
sense
the
now.
impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
There you go, you're doing work.
If he was just pretending to be dead,
Wait, how long were we actually in there
what
though?
was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
I don't think there was paint in there. Only soft paint.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Oh, there were?
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
And what a nice recap by Genocide Jill.
But he got
Thank
crazy
you
with it
so
and had to wipe
much.
his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that
Okay.
point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
It was a Fumi, wasn't
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved
It was a
Taka's
Fumi.
corpse.
It was fucking a Fumi. Of course, not Taka himself.
I
A
got it!
Fumi.
It could only have been
One
Hifumi.
more half a heart and I'll be back with
While
my
we
full
were all
health.
gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
The equipment room's on the third floor?
That also explains how
Yeah.
the door to the repository got
Yeah,
locked.
third floor.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura
Yeah,
headed for the
but-
repository.
Genocide Jill wasn't awake, so
But
that
when we got there,
she didn't know
the
shit.
door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Yeah.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
Yes, we're
He
building
convinced
up,
us
lads.
all
We're
he was
building
dead.
up.
And when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
An
But
assailant, huh?
that means he took part in the murders.
Yes, maybe he was
I just can't
tricked?
believe it.
I don't know, man.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Oh, Yoko with that sly smile.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You
What is
know what
this?
I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of
Why is it
Taka's
pointing to
lifeless
me?
body?
Oh, the fucking leather. Right? The leather that was clutched in Taka's hands and shit? The Fumi stole, yes, this
I
one.
got it!
Yeah!
You're
Back to
talking
full
about
health
the
too.
note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Haha.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his
I don't know how
pants.
we overlooked that.
What?
Oh wait, no.
In his pants?
Oh. I thought it was in his pocket.
His pants.
Okay,
Those in the
well,
pants.
forget about the pants for now.
Okay.
Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Oh, 6 a.m.!
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
And it looks like Hiro has the same note.
Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
The rec room at 1 a.m.? I thought it was going to be the same
And this
place,
note
except
isn't the same one Hiro got.
5. Okay.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Fumi's pants. Fuck off.
I got
It's Taka. I'm not going to take the
That's
piss
right!
this time.
Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Wait, what?
I
What's
don't
this?
really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Happy! Just to be clear,
I wouldn't say so.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi.
Are we going to have another bone
right?
battle and shit?
Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Jesus. Yeah, Genocide Jack is really seriously scary, but still. I can't let her get to me. Oh, it's gonna be an argument one. Okay. Broken wristwatch. That has to be the broken
Huffy had the
wristwatch.
note, right?
It's 6 a.m.
Then the
6
person it was intended for
Just saying.
must have been Huffy!
Nope. Shit. I want to get
But
that.
remember
Damn it.
what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
6 a.m., I believe.
Yes.
The time doesn't matter!
What? Are you fucking serious?
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Wait, nope. Shit. Come on, get. Oh, fuck off. The time of the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m. though? Yeah. What I need to clear up is where to shoot this bullet.
Must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said.
What time did it
note thing?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't
I think it's
matter!
the last one.
Do with TikTok.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
Nice. Barely ending my concentration left too.
No, There absolutely is a connection.
There is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Yeah.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Oh, the equipment. Oh,
Which is where
yes.
Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that
Yes.
should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
There you go.
Well, when you put it like that.
Get it now, Jill?
No further objections.
Okay, you wasted my fucking
Someone
time.
used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Maybe
Down his
money back? I
pants,
don't
no
know.
less.
Oh,
Most
remove
likely,
evidence, I think.
Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Remove evidence.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
The rigor mortis. Also, it's crumpled as fuck. Oh god. Hey, what's this e-handbook? Oh fuck, no, I didn't want that. No. Wait. Sorry, Code, I think you're wrong. Oh. I wanna go saying that. Oh, she said something about the pants. Okay, didn't really want to present it. I wanted to take a look at it. Oh, the handbooks were involved, okay. Oh, yes! I think it's this one. It was
I got
this. There you go!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his
You
lifeless
still
hand
had
was
that
gripping
little
a small scrap
grasp
of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
That note.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden
Well,
on
ain't
Hifumi.
that lovely?
Then Taka's scrap. And
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
They're all as one.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Yeah?
There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving
his rigor
behind only
mortis.
one small scrap.
Wait, when does rigor mortis set in?
Did I get all that right?
Maybe.
That
I don't
means
know.
Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
Oh, you get it now?
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact,
Oh, does serious
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Oh shit, I thought you had something.
No.
He was dead.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Yeah.
so then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was
Yeah.
killed in the repository. So he
Wait, so
must
where
have
was
been
everyone?
killed not long after transporting
Whoever's
Taka's
close
body.
to the repository, I think, is the true
So
killer.
he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that
that's the same
time,
amount
we'd
of
all
time.
split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Oh,
In other words,
Could be
during that
anyone.
time, none of us have alibis.
that is
Wait.
very true,
But me and Sakura were together.
and I can attest to that.
Trying to
I can
steal the
actually attest
spotlight,
to
you
that.
stupid walrus.
Wow.
Who are you calling a
Fucking
walrus?
mean.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What's this
And
now?
what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Simmer.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if
Wait.
Hifumi was killed in the repository,
Hold
the
on.
culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer
Oh, yes, the
back where
dude
they
is actually
found it.
going somewhere.
But wouldn't that be seriously
I
risky
would
for
think
him?
that would put it back.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
I am actually surprised.
Hell
as
yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
well. Okay.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it
Maybe-
clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
I actually looked over that.
But if the hammers
I
were
didn't-
already laying
I thought it was
around
just-
those other rooms,
Just the hammers they're talking about in
So
general.
the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Maybe they had a separate one.
Personally, I
Maybe?
haven't a clue.
So
Oh.
which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those
Or
were accounted
maybe-
for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Maybe there's.
Then
Wait, it went all the way to 4,
Is it
right?
not possible they used a different weapon?
Maybe hammer 5.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
so then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
I still want to believe there's a hammer because of those missing mallets and stuff. Huh. But don't know about that other hammer, so there goes my stance. I have to find the truth. I don't know what he said. I didn't read. I'm sorry. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill
Oh!
Hifumi? Was it
Spotless
Justice
hammer.
Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Oh, now you're spinning out the hammer.
Whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit
What's this?
able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Maybe
How
they
did
had
nobody
stash somewhere.
witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Justice
Check out
Hammer 5, yeah?
murdergear.com/hammertime for
I think
more
that could be the
info!
spotless hammer.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The
What's
murder
that?
weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No.
And, that's about it.
Okay. I think I have to shoot what Hero said first. If it was going to a repository, if the weapons used to kill both of them were actually similar,
What was
spotless
used to
hammer could
kill
have been the
Hifumi?
one.
Was it just maybe Justice
Because
There's one thing
The other
we have to
mallets
figure. How
had-
was the culprit
were
able
grimy
to
and
move
stuff, or
around
I
so
think
free?
that's what
How did
Makoto
nobody
described it
witness?
as. Other than this hammer.
Well, what the murder
It was
weapon
just
had to be one of the
clean. Two spotless.
No, it's wrong.
Spotless. Yeah, I said it right. I thought I had the wrong grammar.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But
Yeah.
seriously? A different weapon?
I'm gonna show you that
Specifically,
shit too.
a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Yeah, the grit and
But for
stuff.
some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And
Yeah.
the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
That is true.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Maybe sold them all.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved
Similar.
Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold
Yeah.
on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Why is that so?
The way the
Why are you
graduation
so
rule
like
works,
this?
there is no benefit to helping
Why are you
someone else
feuding us
carry
so
out a
long?
murder.
So big.
So the idea
You weren't
that
like this in the
anyone
previous
would
trial.
work together like that is simply
trying to get
ludicrous.
specific,
We
okay.
talked about this, did we not?
Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Okay, I am back. I just have to check the recording. Yeah. Turn up the heat. Come on. The spotless hammer again?
Based on the
I think we're
rules that
gonna have
have
to do
been laid
another
out for
memory
us,
bullet.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Yeah,
Assuming the
that
rule
doesn't
holds
mean
true, it
they
is
wouldn't do
simply
it.
impossible that two people work together on this.
Yeah, I don't think this
That
bullet would
is
work
how the
anyway.
rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Murders
In this case,
two.
however, there were two murders.
Let me copy that. I think that's the bootleg clear statement. Can we really say there's no choice between no chance two people really work on this? Can't
Based
really
on the
refute
rules
that
that have
actually.
been laid out for even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the
it's
rule
just-
Holds true.
Possibly. There you go.
No,
that was the only.
it's
That was actually the only other weak point. So that was easy. Yeah.
Since there were two murders,
Also, let me put it
it's
in
at
auto.
least plausible
There
that
you go.
more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
True,
Naturally,
true.
if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus
reward.
It's easy. It's an
The
easy
payoff for
concept.
working together. The
Come
reward
on.
that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's
Yeah.
no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
True.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
I think it would have been a
You're
little unfair
saying
if
that two
was,
people could act
that
as
was
each other's
actually was legal
accomplices to commit
in
two
this
separate
game.
murders.
At least
I think
not.
that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have
Well,
an
it's not
accomplice
really
for their
illegal.
crime.
There's no rewards for the accomplice.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made
Yes.
him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of
Oh,
helping them
shit.
later on.
So in this case,
Damn.
there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
Yeah.
Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only
The one that
looked like
killed
one
Hifumi
person
was the second
because that's
person.
how the true killer designed it to look.
What?
A single suspicious individual, a
Oh,
similar weapon
okay, I
used
get
in
it
each
now.
crime, disappearing
Started
bodies.
mold
By
together like
creating one
puzzle-
seamless set of
puzzle pieces.
circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
One person.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yeah.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the
so-
very beginning.
Wait, the no accomplices. That's what.
It's just awful. How
Wait,
could anyone be so cruel?
Celeste
So,
actually
I can't
said
help
that, right?
but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I guess so, and be so suspicious. I mean, Hifumi's like a sweet guy, but he's also kind of weird. And Kyoto must have noticed the fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at the series of connected events, but as separate incidents. Kyoto really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
I doubt it was Hiro. I think it's very obvious. Kyoko, I don't think she would have been doing anything. I think she was off doing whatever. She doesn't even really care about rules too. And also the no accomplice rule, that's what Celeste said. And I think Byakuya took that up. So there has to be only one very person. I already said her name. She should be, where is she? There she is. Celeste, it all
Here's my
falls on you.
answer.
All the
Celeste.
puzzle pieces. Go on you,
So
girlie.
I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
See,
I really do hate this
it's not a
kind of
joke. I'm taking this serious.
Joke? I wonder.
Why are you so defensive too?
So what
And
you
you've
are
gotten quiet
saying
now.
then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The
Yeah.
idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Wow, oh shit.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
And Celeste, you
It is.
ordered that man
Throughout
to
the
get
investigation, there was certain behavior
You're
that
like
was
2
common
inches from
only
him,
to the
too.
two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Wait, what was it? Oh wait, does it have to be screaming? like the screaming can be like huge and stuff. I wouldn't say the paper in the pants. I was saying Celeste would give him the BJ because he's fat. Encountering the suspicious. It's either the scream or the encountering the suspicious individual. And oh, I found him and shit. But I'm gonna go for the screaming. Did you also the scream, right? Okay, that's not red. I have 4 hearts. But it has to be just seeing the individual.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Yes.
The adults are talking now.
Wow, fuck you. I'm an adult too,
Sorry.
damn it.
As he said, only
18.
Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
I want to think that everyone in this game is 18.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
It was
After
a lie.
taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Yeah.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Wait, was this in the nurse's office? No, I saw a shadow moving somewhere at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the 2nd floor specifically because of what she claimed
Oh, she
to
was
have
just
seen.
baiting us and shit.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor.
She scrammed, right?
She let out a blood-curdling
Yeah, she did a
scream.
scream.
And when
I
we'd
don't
all
know.
come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
She said, like, she saw it, right? Tense scream. There. He said she saw the costume man. Ran off as soon as he scrammed. She blocked the stairs and the man went to the hallway? Further down
Once
the hallway.
she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Ah, this is actually making sense. It doesn't take that much time. I can guess the screams can be cues too. Came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. Okay.
It was to get us to divide
I've seen
into 2
this.
groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Oh
In
shit,
fact,
that's actually
Celeste was
masterful.
precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
True. She was actually like coaching us, telling us what to do. Now that I recognize it, why don't we split into groups? Huh. She even shows who came with her.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Okay, Byakuya, piecing together
And
the
on
story.
top of that,
Celeste is silent.
that piercing cry of yours early on.
What about it?
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was
There
your
you
way of
go.
telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else
Yeah.
would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Actually, was a pretty loud.
I just
scream,
realized another strange thing.
Oh, what's that?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
What was this? Certainly wasn't expecting this. I didn't imagine that Hifumi would be murdered. What?
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Oh. Okay.
I don't believe it!
Okay.
Everything! The whole thing was one big act!
Hina,
Well, Celeste is a
you were
big-
with
is
Celeste
the
when
ultimate
Hifumi's body
gambler.
disappeared,
Shit.
right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait!
Yeah.
Then that was...
She
That
wasn't
was
worried about
his
you.
chance.
She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece
Damn.
isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
It's the ugly truth,
Wouldn't
boys.
you agree, Celeste?
I have
What she
no
have to
idea
say?
what you mean.
Okay.
Don't bother
Looks
trying
like
to
we're gonna
deny
have to
it.
do this shit.
You made one fatal mistake.
Oh,
What's this?
did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it.
Okay,
but
so it's
looking
a word.
back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What's this?
What are you talking about?
Now you're stuttering.
I'm talking about
Okay.
what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Wait, are you referring? They must be really enjoying this. So inside of us. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just as don't. Oh my! Holy shit! I actually didn't see that.
I remember her saying that too, but I
didn't
don't
really give a
understand
shit
what's
about
so
that.
strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's
So
body
she
in the
knew.
equipment room. Then Makoto
That's
showed
actually
up
the-
and told us Hifumi had been
tell.
killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into
Okay.
Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
Yeah.
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
True.
Think
True.
about
That
it.
is very
Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah,
true.
I
There
see what
goes
you're
your
talking
slip up,
about.
man.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're
what's
really
Celeste
not the
gonna say?
culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
What's she gonna respond to? Byakuya said that Celeste's comment didn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Oh! Another argument, huh? Okay, I can play that game. My Kuma File 3?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
I don't think we'll be using this power
Enjoying
bullet.
the sight of us standing around,
Us.
frightened and confused.
That us is really small.
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
All going to die here?
We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Those guys.
And that is all I
Actually,
said.
Those guys.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so
Yes.
strange about Celeste's comment?
Those guys. We only know about one. Not two,
All
just
said,
one.
They must really enjoying the sight of us.
Okay,
They must
give me
be.
that
We
pulse.
are
Give me
all
that
going to
not
die.
that.
We are going to die.
Just
This
like
one.
those guys died.
What? You meaningless words.
Shoot!
Okay, I fucked up with the
All I said
File.
was they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all
I think
going
I'm
to. We
gonna
are
have
going
to
to
take
die. And that is all I
Byakuya's
said.
words and
And
use it
that's
against
all it
her.
takes. What was so strange about
Can you
Celeste's
stop?
comment?
There you go. Gracias. Okay, let me
All I
try it
said,
on
they
what
must
she
really
said.
enjoying the sight of us.
Hopefully I
They must be. We are all
lose all
going
my
to die.
lives.
We are going to die.
Die. Just like.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
It's really strange if you look at it more.
That's
Hey,
right.
water.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
It should have been just as like he
When
died.
she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly.
You got stunned,
And
huh?
we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Uh-huh.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So
Yeah.
how did you know, Celeste?
She
How
got-
did you know more than one person
was
had been
the one.
killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
True. What do you gotta say?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
What's
You
this?
claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then
Yeah.
what about the picture I took?
Oh.
How
This
do you
one?
explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I wouldn't call that dragon, actually. The
It has to be
robot
some
dresses
kind
are
of
like
setup,
leaning
right?
to the front.
So let's put the suit on, and then she
No.
used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have
I
you
wouldn't
secretly
say that.
forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Actually, I'm agreeing with her.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Yeah,
In
it's
other
kind of
words,
cheap.
it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
I wouldn't call it being dragged,
If
though.
everything I
Look at the
told you is a
picture.
lie,
Look at the
how
context.
can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you
Yeah.
possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Well, you're just egotistical. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, it can only be a prop. The only other possibility is... Hifumi's dragging the suspect away.
I got it!
That actually makes more sense. I mean,
It's
look
not
at
a
it.
picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yes.
That's certainly
Ooh.
within the realm of possibility.
Look at her face, man. I saw Celeste's face.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Yeah, look at it. Doesn't look like you can drag anything.
And the strange
away
costume
like
might
that.
only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yeah, so Hero is really just a scapegoat, huh? And Celeste is laughing more.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh,
Hifumi was
what is
dragging
this?
him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Ooh, we're getting saucy
Then
now.
shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh, damn. Okay. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible? Oh. Over to despair. We're really close to the end, I believe. I think there's a couple more sections of this before we can actually
Dressed
call
me
it
up
a
in
day.
that suit after I passed out!
That's through the
Then you
message.
just dragged me across
the
Hifumi
blueprint,
and had him carry my
the
weight!
Robo Justice costume.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Okay.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Yeah?
If the person inside the suit was unconscious,
Oh, what are you gonna say? He's
there's
gonna
no
bend?
way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh, you're fucking
Then the
retarded now.
fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
No. I think it's the Robo Justice costume that we use. You can't bend at the waist.
Dressed me up in that suit after I...
Then you just dragged me. You tried to make me look.
Like I
Okay,
said,
what
as
was
you can
that?
see in the picture, the suspect, if the person inside the suit
Okay, you have to be
was
after this one.
unconscious, there's no way they could stand.
There you go, yes!
No, that's wrong.
Beautiful, we're doing work.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
True,
Because that
true.
Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You couldn't bend for shit. Not at the waist.
That's
At
right.
least.
They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yeah?
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing.
Wait, so that was just so they can take
The point of it all was to
dragging,
make us
the
believe
kidnapping.
whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Oh,
Well then,
Celeste.
I suppose this is
We're
checkmate.
getting surrounded, tomboy. Yes? Oh, she's losing her insanity. She's breaking down.
What do you mean, checkmate?
Oh, she fucking changed again!
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
With this problem.
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, he said Hero, right? Who attacked you? Who killed you? I remember their name. Yasu. Hero. And then he fucking
When we
died.
asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Okay, you
He said,
sounding
and I
annoying.
quote, Yasuhiro. In other
Yeah.
words, Yasuhiro Hatakure!
Wait! But my name
Holy
isn't
shit.
really Yasuhiro! It's actually... Taro!
Your confusing
Okay.
statements don't make any sense. You're only making things
Hero
more
actually making
complicated.
himself,
He did say
putting himself in a
Yasuhiro,
hole.
but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hero?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Holy shit,
Kyoko,
Deer's fucking
what do you
wild
mean by
now.
that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did
talk
he
to us?
refer to each of us?
Wait. He called me Mr. Naegi. I think he even called Kyoko Mr. Kirigi? Kirigiri? So that has to be... And also for Asahina, Mrs. Asahina. So that has to be the last
I
name.
got it! That's right! our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why
I
we
know
said
I
it.
heard him say Mr. Naegi more than
Mr.
once, for
Naegi.
example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
No,
Indecent?
no, Celeste.
Don't talk.
Random chance.
Okay.
Now isn't that
Beautiful.
a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he
True
must
that.
have run out of energy
You
before
shouldn't
he
even
could say
say
any
that.
more.
You shouldn't even change it.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Kind of like how
The
Sayaka
name
did.
he said doesn't apply to anyone.
Except she wrote on a wall.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
That's true. We have no name.
What did you just say?
We
To
don't even
think
know if
you
Celestia
take your
Ludenberg is her real
false
name.
accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Yep, you're going off on
Do
just a simple
I?
name, miss. Come on.
I
Please.
think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
I think you
Okay,
fell off the
then
cliff,
fill us in.
actually. Fuck off.
What's your real name?
Come on.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat
yes.
myself over and over again?
Are we gonna make her give her the slip of the tongue? She's not giving up. Sure, have to do something to make her accept it. Ooh. More hope versus despair. The e-handbook. Wait, it has to be the e-handbook, man.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
That wait, hold on. Only the e-handbook will give you the full name. The most accurate information. Your true name, true gender, true whatever. Just like Chihiro was not really a girl, he was a boy. That's why you can go to the boys' locker room. Let's
He
give it a
wanted us
try.
to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
Got the, shit, I couldn't get that
If
perfect.
there's one person here who
Wait, that
might
was called
have
White
that last
Line,
name,
right? I think. I don't
It
know.
would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is
Oh.
Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
You fucking
How long
typed
do you
something
plan to
out.
go on pretending?
Okay.
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
Yeah, the
And
truth.
since you have no way to contradict me,
I think
that's
that's
the
the
only
one.
truth there is! Moron!
Wow. Okay. I remember, there's something here that shows its own real name. Yes. Yoka said it was not
Hifumi
important,
he
but
wanted us to know the killer. If there's
incidentally
one
it is.
person
It would have to be you, Celeste.
It's gonna be the e-handbook.
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending, and since you have no way to
Okay.
contradict
Give
me,
me that. There you go.
No,
You get
it's
cooked, bitch. Get cooked, bitch. Fuck off. Let's
That's
see her
it.
up, huh?
The handbook.
what?
Yes,
Anytime
that
you
exists.
turn your
Come
handbook
on.
on, it shows
Don't
the owner's
sound so
name when it
surprised.
boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Oh yeah, even in the what was that called? That was the opening school ceremony, right? That was
So
way
all
in
we
the
have to
beginning.
do
Holy
is check
shit.
her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Oh yeah.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Oh yeah.
That's
Give me that.
an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Rights don't apply here, good sir, man.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened?
Just give us
Please,
real
just
answer.
tell us.
Even
on.
when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Oh god damn it.
Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
You had a stuttering problem, man.
Fine then.
Looks like we're gonna
Let
have
me
to
settle it.
to
Let
force
me
you
go
to
over the case again, from the
try
beginning,
again.
and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll
So
bring
we're gonna
everything
do
to an
sins.
end.
Talking about sins. I want to play Metal Gear Solid for this channel. Oh, we're in the climactic thing. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna skip it until I'm done with this. I don't know if it's gonna be fully correct. I'm gonna skip it until I'm done, right? Okay. Alright, I think I got this
Here's
one.
exactly what happened.
I hope this is gonna be the first try. I hope I get it
Before
right.
anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Weird.
And that person was...
Reenactment. Yes. They got that one right. Got that agreement going on.
Hifumi. With an accomplice,
Find
the
it
killer
sick.
was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Yeah. Okay, I got that one right. The clock was good. Oh, that's a
First,
hero. I'm
they
fucking
convinced
loving
someone
these
to meet
comics.
them in the rec room
in the illustrations,
last
man.
night at 1 in the morning.
Shit. Okay, got that right too.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him,
They had to knock that bastard out.
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Yeah, he's making sense now. There you go.
Next,
That's where he took
Hifumi
that false
positioned himself
picture.
to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did
Quote,
all
unquote,
this
assault.
just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they
Yes.
were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Yeah, alright. I'll give you that.
And then finally, at 6
Hold on.
a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
Oh,
They
initiation
called Taka
of
to
the
the
murder
equipment
plan,
room.
huh? Oh. Those Justice Hammer 4.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Yeah? Yes, I got that one right.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
That's what happened.
So, next they
More?
falsified 2 more assault incidents.
Ah,
For these attacks,
That's when they wake
the
up.
killers pretended to
Or
be
when
the
everyone
victims
else woke up.
to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room.
When
There,
Celeste got
the
attacked.
killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and they wanted to make sure
fuck,
we
I
bought
skipped
the
it, I'm sorry.
surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
I believe
This
it
time,
was...
they planted Justice Hammer 2.
Yes, I got that one
And
right.
with these
I
two
know I got that
incidents,
right, and I'm
the
still
killers were
trigger
able to
happy, I'm
create a
sorry.
certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell
Yeah.
right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Let's do this. This shit happened. It was just
while
a
we
ploy.
did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Oh, he got the fake blood.
He took a blood
Oh,
packet
yeah.
from the refrigerator, and Justice Hammer 3
He did a fucking tornado on that shit.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Quote unquote. There you go, I did that one right.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
This is actually pretty
Meanwhile,
fucking clever. I'm
the
gonna
other
give
group
that
that
one
had
back.
been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Yeah.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi
Okay, I'm
once
doing
again
swell
took
so far.
advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the
God
equipment room.
damn, I wouldn't think Hifumi would actually be asked to even do this.
He wrapped Taka's body in a
sweat
tarp
and shit.
and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
Yeah.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Oh, that's the end.
But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Ooh, I like that animation there. Even though it's simple, I like that. God damn.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
The one
And
and,
they did
only
it using an
Hifumi.
ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository.
Huh.
That should cover everything that happened in this case.
That would be just as Hammer 5, right? I think. Ooh, I like this aesthetic. The roses? Paths thing? What is this? Is this Evangelion? Cool! I like the slow reveal, man.
Celeste!
Oh, shit.
Sorry, you lose.
You lose, faggot. Oh, shit. You did that right.
Lost? I lost?
Yeah.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Now you admit
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
you're doing it now?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
And you're just cowering in
Celestia
the corner.
Ludenberg. Actually, no.
What's your
Taiko
actual name?
Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro.
So, you finally accepted
Taiko
it.
Yasuhiro, huh?
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, so that's why.
Interesting.
Truly interesting. At least she doesn't force herself to go on and embarrass herself even more. Looks like I did well. Couple of B's here and there. Overall A. 1,150 points. Got 93 medals. Alright, that's
Okay,
dope.
Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Yes, sadly this is. It sucks
It is
because I
indeed
fucking
the
love
moment
you,
we've all
Celeste,
been
man.
waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would,
Damn.
please locate your lever and cast your vote.
Where would the lever even be, actually? I never seen that.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh. It's gonna be kind of hard, man. I mean, this one's not really as sad as the first two. Well, not really, not the first two, the second one, but... Shit, Celeste! What's fucking waifu material, man? Come on! You got Beautiful Dead playing in the background, now you're fucking with me again. Shit, okay. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised this whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Whoops. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get them to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality to lying. My speciality? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
And did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my culprit, I used her. Who's her? For everyone who's still left... Oh! Oh, okay, alter ego. Right? Quote unquote her, I mean, Hifumi actually liked it. He's still referring to Chihiro's AI as a her, I think. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Yeah. Alter ego, of course.
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then, You're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you use it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I took in you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. Now I'm starting to understand why she's starting to call it you-know-what instead of alter ego. I mean, Monokuma's still around. That's why I fucking forgot. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to him, Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
Abused, huh? He took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I know he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. That's fuck, man. Using Hifumi's nature for your own self-interest? Come on, man. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him.
Unforgivable!
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And so he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? Gee.
I swear I will save her!
There you go.
Actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. Oh yeah? And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that Adam had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me, man.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he would make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why did you decide to make me as the suspect? Because you're stupid. Shit, that's actually brutal. No, that's it.
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel I have to cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain that part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Luna would have had an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it all up. He believed the life wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So, you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we're nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offer us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There was no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical living.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? What? Oh, everyone looks like fucking Resident Evil zombies. Come on. And to gather around handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. Okay, Fumi. Not Fumi Celeste. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have it create a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. That's a pretty sad way of how you can see your own life. Combining my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I'll pursue my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, you can be so calm. Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even feel my own emotions. The conscious deceive the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as a Marie Antoinette. Wasn't she the French queen that fucking got her head cut off or some shit like that during the French Revolution? You just get executed again. Yeah, exactly. So let's smile then. And when she did, it looked to me just like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that fake weak smile is what betrayed her.
Chills!
Are you all done?
Chills!
Okay, let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace, and they must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got!
Oh shit, it's punishment time.
time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
Huh? What? Is it? Oh!
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
So this is her other side. So silent too.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
Wait, what? Which is why what? She wanted to protect us? Or did she see nothing important in Alter Ego?
Well then... Take care, everyone.
Okay,
Perhaps
so
we'll meet again. In another life.
Fucking waifu, man. She's gonna die. But here's the punishment. Ah, shit. Her eyes are fucking red as fuck. Damn. Wait, is she gonna fucking get burned? What is this? The burning of the... Oh, Versailles Witch. Hold on. Versailles Witch. Is that an actual thing? It doesn't look like there's actually a thing about that. Just show me the results of this. Is this all there is to his execution? Well, it's... I guess I'd say it's graceful, but... Huh. Oh, now she's getting consumed by the fire. Is that all? Oh shit, the fucking fireman's here! Oh fuck, He's gonna cut her from the fiery death. Oh damn! She probably just snapped. Fucking snapped in two. I don't want to think about that. Car accidents are fucking scary. Oh, you can get that. There you go, Monokuma faggot. You did it. You did it good. Also, I don't know how that flame took itself out, but I guess the wind, the pressure from the wood, I don't know. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her. But, oh come on. I can't deny that at one point, I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guards are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you want to just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes, it is. But that's reality, just can't be avoided. Don't talk to me like you're not responsible. How long are you just gonna make us keep on going on for this shit? What do you want from us?
Strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste.
Hey! Hey!
So, what's the deal with that? Keeping the silent treatment, huh?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? Huh? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
What is this? Oh, the world order? Answer me. What did you do to my body? What?
Ooh.
What's this?
How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. Huh? Oh, he's that just now. So that's why I did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on your own enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
Okay. Makuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was still one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. Huh? That means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room.
Hey.
Let's just get on with it, yeah? I'm going to go alone from here on. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? You're still a risk of a spy, you know? That's true. Is you still silent? Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to the dino, okay? Huh? So, Dakota and Kyoko are gonna go together? Doesn't mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls are like are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Fuck's sake, Hina, that's not what I meant. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there. Alone.
Shall we go?
Let's go! Let's see if it's actually
So
there.
then...
Is it actually there? Yep, it's still there. Good morning. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. Never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did what Celeste just asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this is concerned, sure, but... Can we talk for a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Garlies, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. He disappeared, and we didn't see you again. With a warning? With an explanation? Can you do that?
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? Me too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. And then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... Ooh. What I heard from Kyoko then was... frankly blew my mind. After I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was... well, almost unbelievable. I just had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes. So I waited for a nightmare to come. And when it did, I went into action. We're here, huh?
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor it. And the storage closet is there. Way in the back. Oh. She said it was way in the back in the boys' locker room closet, but... could Kyoko really be right about this? I think I'm gonna end it off here, guys, so... anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching this long-ass video. Leave a like if you love this. And don't forget to subscribe. And share with other friends. I'll see you in whatever episode you'll watch next, lads. Peace!